Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling and hope you have absolutely fabulous day. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create this beautiful and elegant card with lots of texture. For my project, I decided to use cutting die from Tattered Lace called Select Embroidered Lace Die. In this collection, you get three cutting dies, and they are very good size. With the bigger one, I'm going to use 300, just a multi-purpose card. When I die cut that panel, I'm going to use the matching embossing folder, which I think is beautiful, especially with all those lace hearts on the edge. And this card is for my mom, for her name day, and I thought this design would be just perfect. So the whole trick here is to use the cutting dice first and then use embossing folder. So if you do have any cutting dice in your stash with matching embossing folders, I do encourage you to use them today. You'll be surprised how many beautiful, amazing projects you can create. With the biggest cutting die, I die cut two more panels. One will be for the front and one for the back of the card. When this is ready, then I chose the same cutting die set and I'm going to use the second cutting die. I'm also going to cut the smaller one. However, I'm not going to use it for today's project. So you can always do it and then keep it together with your cutting die set for later. And I do think this is such a good idea. Now I'm going to use exactly the same matching embossing folder and I'm going to run that beautiful element through my die cutting machine. And I have to admit that this cutting die and embossing folder from Tattered Lace are super beautiful. You can create cards in no time with very beautiful texture. If you like glaze, I really hope you will feel inspired either to use your embossing folders or maybe real lace for your project. So when this is ready, then we can move on and actually create the whole card. And as you know me, to create shaped cards, I really like to use my scoring board. And in this case, it is the one from Crafter's Companion. I'm going to use one of the biggest panels. I'm going to place it on my scoring board and then create a top flap. And this is the way to create any shaped cards. Do you like that technique? Please let me know in the comments down below. And how often do you create shaped cards? Do you use your nesting dice to do it? I really hope you do, because they are just so special and unique projects. And now I'm going to adhere the front of the card using my liquid glue, and then I'm going to add that beautiful embossed panel on top. And to add even more interest, then I'm going to add some double-sided foam adhesive for extra interest and dimension. So, if you do like this card, I really hope, if you're new to my channel, you will consider subscribing, because this week I'm going to have something very special on my channel and I really want you to have a look what I'm going to create and stay tuned, because recently I've created loads and loads of cards and I really want to share them with you this week. But if you stay tuned for all those videos, I will have something very special for you. So, if you're new to my channel, I really hope you will subscribe today and stay tuned for the video tomorrow with all the information. Now it will be time to add some double-sided foam adhesive, and I really like to cut it to the size, because very often you can get very narrow adhesive, but I think if you can cut it yourself, this is the way to go, because you don't have to waste money for very special foam adhesive. You can just do it yourself. And the trick here is to use good scissors. And I have to say that the ones from Crafter's Companion, for me, are the winners when it comes to double-sided foam adhesive. And I always like to peel off the backing and then add a few drops of liquid glue again. So this way all those elements will be adhered forever, which I think is very special. So when this is ready, then you have to decide how do you want to decorate your card. So I had a look at my stash and I decided to use something I haven't used in a very long time. And a few months ago, in one of the card making magazines, there was a beautiful set of Magnolia stamps, but also stencils from PinkFresh Studio. So as you can see, we've got some layered stencils not only for the leaves but also for the flowers as well. And I created a lot of flowers because sometimes when I don't create cards, I create some smaller elements and I use some gold heat embossing powder and I created lots of flowers with those stencils and my ink blending tools. I absolutely love it, and you can create any magnolias you want. To be honest, recently I've been to one of the parks with lots of magnolias, and I thought this one would be just perfect for my mom. I also have some purple, yellow, beige, and blue. And blue is my mom's favorite color, so I thought that would be the way to go for today's card. So as you can see, I really like to keep all those elements together with the stamps and stencils. So when I need them, I can create very quick cards. And if you do stamp your elements first with Versamark ink and then use some gold heat embossing powder, this way it is so easy to create those elements. And what's really good, you also get some cutting dies in this set as well, super quick and simple. And this one was in magazine couple of years ago maybe, but I still keep it and I think it is such an amazing set. With some of the elements, I decided to add some dimension. So again, it's always a good idea to do a dry run. So make sure all the elements are exactly where you want them to be. And then you can use any adhesive of your choice. And this way, everything will be there where you want. And make sure you do have some space for a sentiment. And this is very good, especially if you have longer sentiments. So, when all those elements will be ready, I also created another sentiment. And this one will be in Polish because my mom is Polish. And sometimes, as I told you, when I don't create cards, I create some smaller elements. So in this case, we do have some magnolias, but I also created sentiments in Polish. And this time, I use black embossing powder. And this is really cool because when you tilt it, it gives you that beautiful shine. So now it is time to add few extra elements of the magnolias, and then it is time to add a sentiment. The first one is a chipboard from Red Point. If you haven't seen that video with chipboards, the link is at the top right corner. And what's really good about this UK company, you can ask them to create chipboards for you. So in this case, they created this one for me. I said I really wanted to say for my mom in Polish, and they did it, which I think is absolutely amazing. To add a little bit of color, I'm going to use a shimmer ink pad from Spectrum Noir, and as you can see, adding color to that chipboard is super easy and quick. If you do have too much of it, you can always use a tissue to get rid of it, but the color really stays on the chipboard. Super beautiful. And you can always cut them apart as well, which in this case was absolutely amazing because it was evenly spaced on my card, which I absolutely love. And as you can see, the sentiment really matches the flowers, and that was the idea behind those elements. And what do you think about that white background? Do you think it really matches the magnolias and sentiment? Please let me know in the comments down below. And I wonder, what did you do over the weekend? Did you have some fun? Because I literally just came back from Poland. I was there for 2 weeks. The weather was absolutely amazing, and I really, really hope The weather will be amazing now in the UK, so fingers crossed for it. Now, as you can see, this is the sentiment in Polish which says name day, because yes, we do celebrate that in Poland, and I think it is so cool that we not only have birthday parties but also name day as well. So you can create cards, but also there is some cake as well, which I think is really cool. So again, I'm adding few drops of liquid glue and the card will be nearly completed. All we have to do at this point, as you know me, it is time to add some gems. And I really wanted to match them with the blue magnolias. So in this case, I decided to have the lighter and darker blue gems, and the cut is complete. It has beautiful shine with the gold and blue and black heat embossed element, and there is plenty of space to write your message inside. So if you like this card, please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you knew. And don't forget that this week I'm going to have something very special for you. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting!